Okay guys, here is a quick video tutorial as to how to make your PDF deliverable. So pretty much putting all this drawing onto a sheet. What you guys have been working in with this black background, this is called your model space. And you've got these layouts down here that are known as your paper space. So those are basically like drawings, what you're going to actually export. This is what engineers use to actually export drawings. And so to create a layout, okay, you don't have to do anything in model space. In fact, you're actually just going to click on layout 1. It should probably, or it might look similar to this. If yours looks a little different, that's okay. We'll fix it. There's a couple of things we have to do to make this the correct size. Um, and then some other things we'll modify as far as the scaling and stuff. So if you right click on layout 1 and you go to the page setup manager, you can see here, okay, layout 1 is selected. We're going to modify that. And when we're going to change these properties to be the properties that I put in the instructions on how to create a D-size PDF. So first things first, we want to do PDF, or sorry, CAD, DWG to PDF.PC3. Okay, and then there's so many different paper sizes. You guys are going to find ANSID, 34 by 22 inches, and then you're going to have it plot the layout, and you're going to click preview, which is going to look like the sheet's way bigger than what you're seeing here, and that's totally fine. That's actually what we want. So once you have that correct, go ahead and click OK, and then close, and then you'll see your layout 1 modified. So now it's a lot bigger of a PDF. Originally it was like a paper size, like a typical letter size, so 8.5 by 11 inches. Now it's like 34 by 22 inches. So what this is here, this right here is a viewport. Essentially, it's a window into your model space. And so you can double click, and now you're in model space. See, you can zoom in, and you know this window is really small, but you're literally in model space. One thing I would suggest is turning off this grid right here. So if you just turn that off, and those grid marks will go away. But you know, relative to the whole size of the sheet, we need to make this a lot bigger. So we need to double click and go back into paper space, and select our viewport and drag this out and increase the size of this. Okay, you want to keep it on the white portion of the sheet, because anything out here is not going to be seen on your PDF. Okay, so we've increased our viewport, our window essentially, to be this big. So now we need to double click back in there and basically bring this up to a bigger scale. Okay, you can zoom and stuff, but what I'm going to suggest, and honestly that's fine, like, you know, if you're like, hey, that's a pretty good scale right there, you can go ahead and lock it and say that's good to go. But I would suggest using a 1 to 100 scale. That's actually going to be perfect for exporting this and giving me the opportunity to see everything on your PDF. So once you have it set to that, okay, see, I can pan around, the scale doesn't move. However, the second that I zoom, see, that scale adjusts. So you want to set that to 1 to 100. You want to click lock. And so now if I try to zoom, I'm just zooming in paper space, but I'm still in model space. So once you have that set, you know, double click out of your model space back into paper space, and this viewport, you know, can be trimmed down. As you can see, you can also move the viewport like it's like literally an object. You can show as much as you can. However, what you might find is that you can't show everything. And so what you may have to do is either, you know, you bring this into here and you copy it and move that and create another one. And then say, you know, you want to show this portion of your project and, you know, make that a viewport. What you also might find is that you may have to make an entirely new sheet. So if that's the case, you want to go to layout 1 and you want to right click on it and click copy. So, you know, you want to copy layout 1. Let's go ahead and create a copy, say OK. And so now we have this layout 1, 2, which is really just a duplicate. You can rename this to, you know, layout, I don't know, 1A, because you do have a layout too technically. But you can make this another one. And then this one, these are copies now. So then this, we can delete this. We can move this down to show the other portion of our drawing. Mine's obviously incomplete, but you can do that and move that. Maybe you want to show everything over here because it's mine. I do have stuff over there. And so you can create multiple sheets within your drawing. Okay, so the nice thing about duplicating is that the scale is already attached. You just have to modify the viewport.